Hey guys, we are back at the gym today, and as you can see, I've got new climbing shoes. I've got these La Sportiva Cobras at a decent discount, and they fit just like a glove. As you can imagine, this is a big step up from my previously rented shoes. On that note, today's focus is to improve my footwork. The more I can get out of my quads, the less stress I will have to put on my arms, joints, tendons and skin. What helped me a lot so far were videos about foot technique by Magnus Midtbø and Karlsson. If you found my channel on YouTube, you probably heard of them before. If not, I'm gonna link them in the description below. I put a conscious effort towards putting my weight mostly on my big toe, which allows me to pivot and gain some more vertical reach. The form of my new shoes also makes this feel a lot more natural. Of course, just as I say that, you can see me put my whole left foot on this hold, having to make an awkward jump to match my feet, instead of simply making space by doing it right the first time. Since this boulder also features a volume, I wanted to try out smearing. However, there was no reason for me to place the foot that high on the volume, as applying force to it at that angle would push me away from the wall, putting unnecessary stress on my arms. The more efficient solution would have been to place the foot lower towards the point of the volume. Hangboards. I didn't expect to make any progress on them anytime soon, but this time I managed one 6-second hold and 2 failed attempts. I mean, in contrast to the first time I tried it, I actually managed to leave the ground. Instead of keeping on trying, potentially injuring myself, I started doing dead hangs instead. Taking advice from MacFarlane's channel, I also did a small ab workout. I definitely need to step it up in the core department. If you have any core strength exercises that are less strenuous on the back, let me know in the comments. Also, you can find Andrew's channel in the description. I have done this boulder so many times by now, but I never seem to do it the same way. Route reading is definitely something I'm going to tackle a lot more consciously once I get the basic techniques down. Now watch me struggle again because of my bad foot placement. I need to match the second to last hold in order to reach the top. The way I'm placing my right foot requires me to pull on the hold in order to stay on the wall. I could have prevented this by keeping a straight leg. Fortunately, I got another take, doing it a little better. This looks like good foot placement to me. This, on the other hand, looks like bad foot placement to me. This time I keep my legs straight, allowing me to reach for the top hold without any issue. This way I'm getting into a stable position to match it with both hands. Now for some no hands fun on the beginner walls. Honestly, this is where I belong anyway. For some reason I keep readjusting my foot, especially on the bigger holds. Looking back on this now, it all looks very stiff and I should have committed a lot more. After all, there isn't much risk at this height.
Extra thick!
I should really stop with the low angles, right? But seriously, I could have made it up the big hole if I committed to a dynamic move. Statically, I don't have the leg power, but once I get back near 90 degrees, it gets very easy again. One last boulder for the day. This one was trickier than it looked, but since I managed to save a lot of skin on my fingers, even over a period of 5 hours in the gym, I gave it a go. The route is also straightforward, and even though the holes aren't as good as jugs, their slots were deep enough to get a decent grip. Again, I start placing my foot suboptimally, but this time it is because my toes started hurting in the much tighter shoes. This is where I lose grip. At first I thought it was a friction issue, which is why I chalked up for the first time ever. I'm not a big fan of the feeling of chalk on my hands, but it really helped on the first part this time. I still place my foot wrong though. And here's the part where I figured out what's going wrong. I started pushing my hip out, and what you can't see in this video is that the wall is sloping slightly towards the camera. So slightly that I only really saw it after taking a closer look myself. This time it got much easier staying on the wall, even at the slopey bit. I consciously shifted my center of mass towards the wall, which made it easier to keep a grip on the hold above. Unfortunately, I was too pumped and couldn't finish it, but next time I'll get it. Next episode is gonna come out in 2 weeks from now because I need to get my wisdom teeth removed, but at least I already got some friends on board for filming next time. So I'm gonna see you then, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, ring that bell.